Welcome to 360-degree machinery. We are going to do a walkthrough of an Ogam PO-220 gang rip saw. This is a dip chain gang rip saw. First of all, this machine has not been in production. I know most of you are going to say, what does not in production mean? It means that it was owned by a state facility that spent way too much money for the hours that were put on this machine. This is a very compact model, and that's probably the most important thing about it. If you were to go from the very face of the machine to the edge of the fence, side of the table, to the side of the overhang on the motor, you're going to have 70 inches in depth by 58 inches wide. So this is a very, very small footprint machine. Also, it has an 8 11/16 inch arbor. That's between the two saw blades that you can put in there, so that's their spacing. Some of you are going to say that is not a big arbor, but you have to remember that this is only a 25 horsepower machine, and it does have a 1 horsepower feed. Now 25 horsepower is enough for the size arbor that it does have, and you have to remember that this machine is running on about 65 amps. So if you can work within that 8 11/16 spacing, it is a great saw. Because it's compact and not as big as most gang rip saws. Most gang rip saws are, have 50, 65, 75 plus horsepower motors and are pulling 100 and a quarter, 150 amps and just taking up literally 3-4 times the space of this machine. So this is just a great machine for a smaller shop or even mid-sized shop that doesn't have the capacity for a larger one. It does have 12-inch blades. You do get a full set of spacers. And there's more spacers between these as well, so you do get that. What's really important about this machine, and probably one of the most important things, you have to give me a second because I do have to screw this in so it hits the switch up here, otherwise she will not turn on. There's a safety switch there. The most important thing about these machines is really the condition of the chain. And this is why you know this machine wasn't in production. Literally, pretty much from, let's see if we can get a close-in view of it. Literally from about right here to here, the chain is what it is, I believe 10 3/4 inch width, and literally from here to here, it's pretty much 100% new. It literally, if you look at how sharp they are, I mean the teeth here are literally. See if we can zoom in on this. That is the condition. You're going to see some oil here. We've been running it, and we cleaned out the oiler, and so there's some oil on the chain from running the oiler. On the left-hand side of the chain, it's almost equally as good condition, only in that they did hit the chain right here, and there's a slight strike here. There's a very small, slight amount of wear right here, but it is very, very slight. So we're just going to give you an overall condition of this chain. As you can see, you just don't see machines with this sharp of chains. And really, if you want a glue line machine, you have to have a sharp chain, and the chains are just so expensive. A lot of times it's not worth it. If the chain's gone in this marketplace, a lot of times the machine just, literally you can find another machine for cheaper than you can replace a chain. Although I will admit that gang rips and straight lines are getting a little bit scarce on the marketplace. You do have your anti-kickback fingers here. They do have a switch to turn off right here, so when you activate that, it's going to turn off. You do have a dual speed motor, feed motor, that's going to run anywhere from 5 meters to 40 meters per minute. And as you can see, it's a nice clean machine. As a matter of fact, even on the tables, you can still see the original. Let's see if we can get to focus. There you go. You can see there's really nice clean tables. The only thing I will say is there is a nick here. There's some scratching here. So this machine has been used, but it still has not been in production. I have no idea what they were cutting with it, but when you mechanically look at it, it's just, you can tell it has not seen a lot of use. We'll go ahead and turn it on. This handle here is for your height determination. Basically, you have up to 4 inches of height. I would say about 3 3/4, but they're saying 4 1/2. I would say it's 3 3/4 for this saw. Up here you have a handle to raise and lower the blade, and you do have the gauge for that on the other side here. As you can see, when you hit your, this light is green at first. You do have a 2-speed motor here. So what's basically going to do is once you rev your saw blade up, this light will activate and tell you that you can turn your feet on. That's to ensure that you're not feeding a saw blade that's not rotating. And then it is 2-speed, and again, you have to turn this one off to engage the other half. And so basically, as you can see, you've got your feed divided into 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 10, 20, 30, 40 meters per minute. You do have your fence, you have your scale on your fence. As you can see, it's a nice, really well cared for. Well, I'd just really say it hasn't had a ton of use. Usually a saw like this is used for at least several hours a day if someone's going to make this kind of investment, and it's just really nice to find a machine like this clean. Again, thank you for tuning in to 360 Degree Machinery. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach us at info@360degreemachinery.com or give us a call at 630-229-6705. Again, thank you for tuning in. 360 Degree helps you buy with confidence.